The amount of money that you make, the amount of people that you sell to, depends entirely upon the problem that you're solving or the outcome that you get for people. And that's what we're talking about in today's episode 685 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. So your income depends on the outcome, and this is important. And I can give you a real world example. Me. Clear sales message. Sometimes people say to me, "Oh, are you a copywriter?" Blah, blah. No, I'm not a copywriter. I do something a little bit differently. And I stumbled across this. It wasn't like a contrived thing. I'm not that clever. But I realized retrospectively what had happened. So copywriters come to you and say, we can say lovely things about your business and make it sound professional and cool and, create SEO optimized content and stuff like that. Awesome. When I go to people, I say, I can help you to pitch your product or your service and know how to describe it and what to say to sell and answer all the arguments and all the objections and everything else so we can position it correctly and you can sell more stuff. So because and arguably copywriters could perhaps do that, but they focus on the further downstream bit. A clear sales message is a productized set of arguments about how to sell something. So you have brand guidelines, these logos, fonts and colors. I create messaging guidelines, these words, terms, assets, and arguments. But my outcome is that people sell more and they feel more confident. Whereas for a copywriter, the outcome is you've got some nice articles, maybe we get a bit of SEO traction and get some leads, maybe. And I don't want to be rude about copywriters at all. They do great work. But we're doing very similar things in a very similar field. But because I've positioned my outcome to be something that's much more sales focused and more pervasive, I'm in a different position to make more money than if I'm just writing articles and newsletters for people. So we're kind of doing the same thing, but it's positioned differently and I'm focusing on a different outcome. And that's the point of today's episode. What's the most valuable outcome for your buyer? What is the most valuable outcome? And it could be that you're helping them do something faster, at scale, better quality, whatever. But what would they value the most? Well, we need to do our homework here. We're not going to make something up to mislead people or anything like that. But if we can frame our offering and focus our offering on the thing that your buyer values the most, the outcome your buyer values the most, then by definition, we can charge more for that. So your income depends on the outcome. And that's the moral of the story for today's episode. Right, tomorrow in episode 686, we're going to be talking about connecting with your buyers in a particular way. I'll explain more about that in tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Daily Sales Message.